So lads, what if I was to tell you that having your dream life, your dream state, the amazing relationship, partner, business, physique, it wasn't up to chance. It wasn't up to waking up one day, click your fingers and it all happened because you were a good boy at Christmas. It's never the case, is it? It's actually going to come down to becoming the motherfucking man. The motherfucking man that gets exactly what he wants when he wants because he's built the self-worth through the self-work. And this is the thing. This is the thing, boys. When you become the guy, it is undeniable. It is absolutely undeniable for you not to achieve the quality, the success, the results in which that guy would have. Because he's installed the worth. And see, when you're a high worth individual, you've got the confidence. You've got the character. You've got that aura, that vibe. People will judge you. People will see you. But if you want to pull them towards you, let's say it's a partner in life, an amazing 10 out of 10 girl, gorgeous girl, you need to become valuable enough to meet her where she's at, because she knows she's high value. She's got guys in her DMs every single day, so why would you think for a single second that you are the guy for her? It's a betting game. They're putting a bet on you. They're trying to look at you, find out more about you, and see if you are going to be able to protect and look after them in any situation, be able to pay the bill, take them on the holidays, give them the opportunity to live the life that they deserve. So it's always going to come down to the first step, boys. The first step, which is clarity of vision. You have to understand, first and foremost, what your dream life actually looks like. Is this camera even on? I'm sure it is. But you've got to understand exactly what your dream life now looks like. You've got to decide more than anything else what your mission, your vision, and your goals have to be to become that level 10 version of yourself. Because this is the anchor for everything else. You never rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. And if you set these big, lofty, audacious goals that, quite frankly, scare you, then you've got to be delusional enough to back yourself with every move that you make to build the life that allows you to facilitate the growth which is required to achieve that outcome. So think about this, right? Life, mission, and vision. Where do you want to live? How do you want to look? How do you want to think, feel, perform? What foods does that guy eat? How does he dress? How does he articulate, enunciate? What type of vernacular does he have? What mental syntax does he have? How does he run his business? How does he run his life? Does he track his macros every single day? Does he wake up early every single day? See all these things that I'm saying? If they're going over your head, then there's maybe some work that you now need to do. But to become a man that does not miss means you don't miss. Your blueprint is the blueprint which yields the results. So you have to make sure you've got a clear-cut, dialed-in, daily repeatable process and blueprint that yields world-class results. So you can actually build and behave into the character, the identity, in which is going to allow you that level of success in which you're aiming for. Because the mission, the duty, the goals, the responsibilities which come with taking it to the top, I tell you what, guys, it can be scary, it can be daunting, it can put a lot of pressure on people. When you put pressure on someone, what comes out? Their fears, their anxieties, their doubts. The same way it would be if you squeezed a lemon juice comes out. The real shit comes out. But if you're a real confident, badass motherfucker that is dialed into what he now knows he has to do to move forward, and I tell you what, when you put pressure on him, diamonds come out. That's where the real growth, the real success actually is. Then number 2, you've got to have energy mastery. You've got to master your energy. This is YouTube number 2 for me today. I've been doing client calls. I've been up since 1:30 a.m. this morning, 2 workouts in, 15k steps in. I've not missed a single macro. 4 litres of water done. Guys, it's all about optimizing your physical and mental energy through fitness, nutrition, routines, having your mindset growth habits dialed in to assume that the life that you're currently living is going to yield the results in which you want. So you can actually increase your capacity to show up in body, business, relationships, have great energy with every interaction and connection in which you make. So you can push forward with speed. The thing is, guys, success in life loves speed, but it can't go fast without subtraction. So you've got to remove all the bullshit, focus on the good shit. You've got to understand what's the exact daily processes, habits, things that you now need to track every single day, every single solitary, mandatory day to move yourself forward? Is it your sleep and wake schedule? Is it your daily assumptions, journaling, PM and AM? Is it your macronutrients, protein, carbs, fats, calories to the T? What amount of hydration do you now need? What supplements do you now need? What way do you speak to yourself? Do you G yourself up? Do you gas yourself? Do you look at yourself in the mirror and think, that guy, he's a badass motherfucker. I like him. I admire him. Because that's number one in life. You got to build the man you admire, give him back to the world. If you ain't doing that, you're failing already. Because the more capacity you build through mastering yourself, your health, your energy, then you can take on more work. You can make more money. You have more energy for these relationships. You don't just show up like a burnt out, soppy mess to any social interaction you have, which just pushes women away, pushes guys away. You lack that aura, that presence in which people deeply, deeply are inspired by. Like, see any of the most influential people in your life, think about what they have that you maybe lack. High energy, they know how to speak well, they can command a room of any type of situation. They just walk in, people feel that aura, people feel that energy. They're like, oh, that guy's got something about him. And it's because he's following a process, because he's got himself locked in. He's got himself locked in, guys. Number 3, self-development, guys. Your level of success will never outweigh your level of self-development. That is something you got to recognize and realize every single day. Don't go sleeping on your reading. You got to focus on building confidence through the self-discipline, guys. Emotional intelligence is absolutely key. And until you've actually mastered this psychology, see that grey matter, the thing between your fucking ears, that brain of yours, when you stop being a little victim, you stop self-sabotaging, you stop selling yourself short and telling yourself, I can't, I won't. The thing is, guys, if you don't believe you'll ever have the girl, have the money, have the status, have the six-pack, have the body, you'll never have it. You've got to almost be delusional. Like I said at the start, you've got to be delusional and realize that you can achieve anything you want. You could have a 6-figure a month business if you wanted, right? If you wanted that, you would do that because you would just put the fucking work in to achieve that. But you can't do the work if the worth isn't there, and it's vice versa as well. You can install the worth through the work, and you can't have the worth without the work. So it's like a roundabout way. But you got to be one of these guys that just looks at himself in the mirror every single morning and says, I got you, brother, the same way you got me. Let's walk down this path. Let's grow together. Let's win together. Let's make magic happen. And that's when you start, I tell you what, this is deep, man. It makes I shaved my arms, no hairs to stand up. But that's how you master your life. That's what you really have to look at it like, because it pulls it and it attracts your dream life towards you, because you're now showing up as the man that would undoubtedly achieve that exact outcome in which he wants. Step number 4, aligned relationships, right? I've been lucky enough to be in a relationship now for 8 goddamn years. 8 years. Okay, I'm engaged to my beautiful fiance, Amy. At the start, I was not worthy enough to have a long-term relationship. I used to be the guy that would try pull out. I used to be the guy that would try break up. Why? Because I had commitment issues, because I couldn't commit to myself. And she's a high-value chick, so she would always show up and say, what the fuck are you doing? She'd call me out of my bullshit and hold me to a higher standard. The thing is, high-value women have high standards. They're not high-value just because they look good. They have high standards. They have a vetting process. They see gold before they see the gold. You know, it's like right now you might be a bit of a rock, but you might have some shit inside you, some aura, some drive, some discipline, a physique, a bit of a mindset on you right now, bro. And she sees more in you than you possibly see in yourself. And I lacked that for a long time. I didn't see my worth for a long, long time. But she saw it. And she helped and supported me with my growth, my change, my level up. And that can happen to you as well, brother. But finding the right chick comes from finding yourself. I wasn't ready to go all in that relationship before I'd mastered myself, my business. I had a bit of money behind me, had some energy behind me, had some self-development behind me. I knew how to speak, articulate, hold, frame. So it takes time to build that in. Because attracting your dream life, guys, the girls, the status, the freedom, the physique, you can have it as like a universal pull. It can all come towards you if you allow it to come towards you. See, when you're caught chasing, going on Instagram, setting your standards lower and lower just to get some dopamine, chasing the wrong chicks, doing the wrong things, spending your time, attention, energy, effort, and money all in the wrong places, it can't go. People see where you spend your money. They see where you spend your time. They see what your habits are doing to your physique, your frame, your energy on a day-to-day basis. You wear it on this. See this body of yours? You wear it on this. So until you're willing to let go of the bullshit, focus on the good shit, double down on the 4 things I've touched on: clarity and vision, energy mastery, self-development, and building aligned relationships. Not even just with girls, but even with your network, your brotherhood, the guys, the high-value men that you want in your life as well. Because it's like a synergy. You know, you have to have high-value guys, high-value women, high-value network. And your network, guys, is your net worth. I tell you that honestly. When I started hanging around with more guys that were making $1 million in a year, $2 million in a year, like big money compared to where I came from, what I believe to be true. I remember it used to be like, if I make £300 a week and I could smoke weed and hit the gym, I'll be happy, you know? That was because my level of thinking was down here. Now it's a way up here and I'm exposed to all these guys doing amazing things, exposed to these beautiful chicks doing amazing things. And it's like the standard of my life, the wants, the needs, the desires, the things that I want to now push forward to and achieve are just exponential. Just because I've now been exposed to it, because I've now done the groundwork. I've got myself from that 0 to 5. I don't go 5 to 10. I don't go 10 to 100. I want to take this 10x. I want to go 100x on this shit and run it to the top. And I know you guys do too. So don't run before you can walk. Focus on these core 4 steps. And trust me, you will honestly destroy your competition. Because guys, it's a marketplace. It's real estate. It's a marketplace. Everyone's competing against one another. I don't care if you think that or don't think that, but it's true. Don't justify. Don't make justifications as to why it's not the case. It truly is. The only reason that you're losing right now is because you're not competing. You're watching from the sidelines, bro. And if you want to really escape that mediocrity, become the guy you want to be, then you got to invest the time into you. You got to think, right, with where I'm at, where I want to go, how can I best get there? What would now have to be true in my life? And I tell you what, those 4 things there, destroy them, implement them, attack them every single day relentlessly. And you're going to start understanding that the life that you want to live is already in front of you. You just need to step into it and take ownership, grab by the fucking balls. Right, bro? So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Short and sweet from me. Much love. Let's fucking go.